Coming up on QUTV News this week, Inauguration Week kicked off with a service opportunity that helped benefit starving children around the world.
And some QU students teamed up with John Wood to bring the story of Pinocchio to life.
And Quincy University's 24th president, Dr. Brian McGee, will soon be inaugurated into presidency. Hello and welcome to QUTV News this week. I'm Alexa Lowe.
And I'm Taylor King. Quincy University is celebrating its 160th anniversary and the inauguration of the 24th president, Dr. Brian McGee, this week. Events for the celebration have already taken place this week, but the highlights of the week are still yet to come. The inauguration ceremony for McGee will take place this Friday at 2 p.m. in the Francis Hall Chapel. It is recommended to get there early. All students are welcome. The ceremony will also be live streamed in the McHugh Theater.
The Quincy University Board of Trustees now has 2 new members, Bishop Fernand, Sherry III, and Steve Campbell from the class of 1973. They joined a board of 26 men and women from across the country, including 16 QU alumni. Members of the board believe their presence will help move the university forward.
In the theme of Inauguration Week, Quincy University wants to celebrate education. QUTV's Reggie Austin has more.
QU hosted an academic showcase in Francis Hall on Tuesday. In the showcase, presenters displayed their research in the hallway. The presenters were last year's academic symposium winners. Julissa Quiones was a student in one of the first research classes at QU. She explained what her project was about.
Sonic hedgehog is a gene that is important in embryonic development, specifically in limb formation. And we wanted to study it and isolate this gene in the lab.
Quiones offered her insights on what the showcase can show for students and their respective departments.
This is a lot of new stuff that we're doing in biology research. It's a lot of things that we weren't able to do before that we are able to do now. So I definitely think this shows a lot of what science department is working on and where we want to go.
Michelle Combs is an assistant professor of biology at QU. She oversees the showcase and the symposium. She spoke about Inauguration Week as well as the showcase.
So of course we're very proud to inaugurate our new president, Dr. Brian McGee, and we were extremely fortunate to have this event where we could showcase the students' academic and cultural projects that they have worked very hard on. The event went off very well. I handed it over to the students, and as usual they elevated it with their academic and cultural projects. It was amazing and I felt like it went really well. I was very proud of everyone.
QU will be hosting the 3rd annual academic symposium on April 24th at the Connie Neiman Center. Reggie Austin, QUTV News, Quincy.
As part of Inauguration Week, students and faculty had an interesting service opportunity.
Through feeding children worldwide, QU was able to make an impactful difference.
For these boys, staying alive is no game. For this girl, remembering facts for the test tomorrow is important. Every 6 seconds, a child dies from hunger.
We feed starving children. That's the bottom line. We have a product that contains rice, protein, chicken flavoring, and dried vegetables. They're put together in plastic bags, and then we weigh the bag, seal the bag, and put it in a box. And we ship them around the world and to local food pantries. Makes a great rice soup.
This is a celebration of Quincy University, of our continuing service to this community, to our region, to our country, and to our world. And there's no better example of that than this kind of service. Giving back is part and parcel of what we do at QU. It's fundamental to our Franciscan and Catholic identity. And our students and their universal service requirement have been giving back all over the country and the world for many, many years.
They have a way to get it off the ships. We check on what's going on to make sure everything is going the way it should go, rather than people cheating or lying and trying to make a profit off of other people's hard work.
The food will be sent to an undisclosed location for fear the villages could be attacked if enemies knew food was on the way.
One QU freshman spends her free time baking sweet treats for extra cash. Jenna Craig has been operating small bakery from her home called Simply Jenna's since she was just 15 years old. During her freshman year of high school, she began selling baked goods to fund her FFA trip to Washington, D.C. Her treats became such a hit that people continued to place orders and her name traveled around the Missouri area.
I'm a fourth-generation baker, and I own my own business called Simply Jenna's, where I use my grandmother's recipes to make cookies, cakes, pies, cinnamon rolls, and other tasty treats.
Craig also has a talent for decorating. She enjoys decorating cakes with elaborate designs. She's even created several wedding cakes.
Campus Ministry is opening up an opportunity for students to lock in some service hours over spring break. The service opportunity is in Quincy, but the location is yet to be decided. Campus Ministry Director Father Bill says there are plenty of charities in Quincy that need help. If you are interested in attending, contact Father Bill at the Campus Ministry office or at the email listed on the flyer. Coming up, how a group of students brought the story of Pinocchio to life.
And how the city of New Orleans kicked off Mardi Gras with another memorable parade and city party. Just wait until you see what months of preparation for this event looked like.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. And I don't have to worry when the winds blow. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house. My house.
My house. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family.
My family. My family. This is my house. This is my house.
I can study. I can be safe with my family. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house.
My house.
My house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine have a safe, decent place to call home.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
Welcome back. If you are graduating in May, we want to hear from you. If it's ticket information or paying for graduation or wondering if you have the right credit hours, any questions you may have about graduation, contact us on any of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Be on the lookout for any emails regarding graduation. Some QU students are showcasing their talent in traveling operatic production. QU reporter Jessica Abrego has a glimpse of what is in store.
Imagination, teamwork, and dedication is what it takes to bring the story of Pinocchio to life. QU and John Wood students have come together to tell the well-known story of the wooden puppet who becomes a real boy.
Collaborating with QU, it's actually a lot of fun because you meet new people and it's, you can blend your voices, you can see how it's going to be, and it's going to be fun.
It's very hard, very long hours, but it really does make it worth it when you go to the schools and you see all the kids' faces and they just light up. They love it so much.
The performance opportunity was funded by grant money raised from Muddy River Opera Company in Quincy, Illinois. Auditions and casting began in the fall semester, and the cast members began the process of becoming their characters.
I really love the stories, and I love working with the students and just seeing them really progress in their characters and their singing abilities.
This performance means something different to each cast member.
It's been super fun. I've enjoyed getting to play the role of Pinocchio, bringing him to life, and being able to perform for children is a lot of fun.
Oh geez, I wish I would have been exposed to opera as a kid. I think it's really helpful for people to get a good idea about what opera is. Also to help them realize what people do in college when they study voice. I think it's a really good idea for kids.
The cast of Pinocchio not only had to learn their music and script, but also build their own portable set that they will be taking from school to school with them. The cast will be traveling to public schools around the area to share their love of music with children. Jessica Abrego, QUTV News, Quincy.
A performance of Pinocchio will take place at the Connie Neiman Center for Music on March 1st at 5:30 p.m. The show is free and open to the public.
From beads and parade floats to booze and Bourbon Street, New Orleans knows how to throw a great party before the Christian Lenten season begins. Camilla Bernal is in New Orleans and with a look at the event, the city waits all year long.
It's like Christmas for New Orleans.
Mardi Gras marking the last day of the carnival season.
It's hard to imagine how much people look forward to the parade every year and how much people look forward to Mardi Gras, and you want to make it worth their while.
And to make it worthwhile, the crews have been preparing for months.
We've got sculptors and painters, seamstresses, jewelers, paper arts, a whole series of industries that really make this such a beautiful celebration.
It fuels the city's economy and guarantees a memorable time for the thousands that come to watch the parades.
I'm gonna take you to see the Zulu King in New Orleans at the Mardi Gras.
Tell me something!
This year, a focus on sustainable and recyclable throws.
We have just tried to emphasize quality over quantity, go with more reusable items, and so we do have a lot of those this year.
A large portion of the beads will get recycled, highlighting just one of the many aspects already being planned for 2021.
So we already have designs for next year's parade ready to go, so the whole process starts over.
In New Orleans, I'm Camila Bernal reporting.
The revelry of Mardi Gras wasn't the only way to celebrate the day before Lent. In Chicago and parts of the Midwest, people celebrate Punchki Day. A punchki is a traditional Polish pastry filled with fruit of custard and coated in sugar. They are eaten on Fat Tuesday as an indulgence before the beginning of Lent. The 6 weeks preceding the Christian holiday, Easter, eating punchki has been a European tradition going back to the Middle Ages. Making them was a way to use up all the ingredients in a pantry before Lenten fasting began. There's a new cleaning product on the market that can kill surface bacteria for 24 hours, and you don't even have to wipe or scrub. Procter & Gamble launched a line of surface antibacterial cleaning products that the company says provides protection against bacteria for 24 hours. Microban 24 comes in both sanitizing spray and cleanser forms and as a bathroom cleaner. To use it, you just spray it and let it air dry. P&G worked with a company that has developed this type of product for hospitals, but according to a P&G spokesperson, this is the first time it's available for consumer use. Thanks to Pink Floyd, we know what the dark side of the moon sounds like, and now we know what the far side of the moon looks like. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter spacecraft is sending data that gives us the point of view of Apollo 13 astronauts. The video features 4K resolution of lunar surface views, including Earth set and sunrise. Due to timing reasons, the views are sped up. More information is available on NASA's website.
Losing a dog is tragic, and most families would do anything to get their furry friend back. Well, one California family wasn't ready to say goodbye to the dog that helped them save their lives. So they found an unusual way to keep their dog's memory alive by cloning him. Matt Boone has the details.
Come on, buddy. There you go. Your buddy's over here.
Ziggy the dog is like a lot of other labs, exuberant and very curious about our camera.
Got a nose print on the lens there, bro.
He's David and Alicia Shearhart's second dog.
Just kind of a memory collection of him. We have his ashes here.
Their first lab was Marley, who they had for 12 years. They got Ziggy 5 years later. Their similarities uncanny.
They have the same personality, they play the same, they favor the same toys.
That's because they are the same.
It's like the same technology that Dolly the sheep was cloned with a long time ago.
Yes, Ziggy is a clone of Marley, made possible by a company called Viagen. The family made that decision right after Marley died. To them, he wasn't just a dog. They owed their lives to him.
This was in 2014, and Alicia was about 4 months pregnant.
They were on a hike on Battle Mountain. Alicia was looking for a walking stick.
Suddenly saw Marley dart out in front of me.
Marley sensed something that Alicia did not.
Saw this really big stick, and so I was focused on grabbing that, and I didn't even see the snake until Marley came and was clawing.
A coiled rattlesnake had been right next to the stick, but slithered away when Marley jumped in.
It was just really special.
Now, with their growing family, they were ready to bring Marley back.
It's gone beyond my expectations as far as what Ziggy would be.
Viagen's website lists the cost as $50,000. For the Shearharts, it's a small price to pay to give life to a dog and save theirs.
I just couldn't think of any better way to do that, to have, over, their years growing up, to have Ziggy around.
In Escondido, Matt Boone, 10 News.
Well, Alexa, it looks like a lot of teams were on the road this past weekend. I wonder how they did.
I wonder too. I'm sure we'll hear about it soon. Shane Holsey joins us with sports highlights from over the weekend.
I am what child hunger looks like in America. I am a 9-year-old boy who hopes a friend invites me to a sleepover so I can have dinner. I am a 15-year-old girl who goes for walks during lunch so my friends won't know I don't have anything to eat. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Hi, I'm the Big C. Hey, look at this beautiful couple. I knew as soon as I said that, I was like, don't say it, don't assume. Did you know more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour?
Oh man.
It's a bummer, but the good news is skin cancer is a cancer you can see, so you can go get checked. You can check each other regularly, make it romantic. Turns out I'm a matchmaking mirror. You're welcome. Love might be in the air.
Now, Sports Director Shane Holsey.
An exciting weekend for sports, Shane.
Yes, and a very busy one. We got a lot to get to, so let's not waste any time. The Hawks men's basketball team has played in some thrillers at Pepsi Arena this season. The buzzer beater against Lewis, the overtime slugfest with Rockhurst, an upset win of 13th ranked Dumsville. There's been no shortage of highlights for the Hawks on their home floor this season, and Saturday's senior day matchup against Drury, that was no snoozer either. Let's jump right into the highlights. The Panthers came into Pepsi Arena having won 7 in a row. They were hot, but the Hawks would do their best to cool them down, and they did so in the first half as the Hawks took a 33-30 lead at halftime, but the Panthers would come back storming in the second half. Already 66-57 Panthers with 7 minutes left when Drury's Malik Davis pulls it from the top of the key, nothing but net. Panthers are up 12, but on the other end, the phone is ringing. Somebody answer it. Charles Collier says, "I've got it for you." From way downtown, he answers the 3 by Davis, and the Drury lead is back down to 9. Just under 5 minutes to go now. Drury leading 71-61. Victor Kovakovic switches home the triple, and the Hawks cut the deficit to 7. Now, the most important part of any comeback is getting stops on the defensive end, and the Hawks would do that just here. Ryan Briscoe forces the tough shot, and the Hawks get out in transition. Briscoe pushes it up the sideline, gets it to Collier. Collier backs his man down, turns, fires, and hits. Shades of Kobe Bryant, as my pal Hunter Knox called it, a thing of beauty, and the Drury lead is down to 4. Under 2 minutes to go now. It's 74-69 Drury. One of those seniors, Aziz Fadika. That double team has to come sooner. He's just too strong. Fadika cuts the Panther lead to 3. Then on the other end, here's more of that defense. Kovacevic comes up with a huge block on Obi Okafor, and the lead stays at 3. Ensuing Hawks possession, Kovacevic gets a paint touch, and he gets fouled, almost gets the shot to fall. That would have been a huge and one opportunity there. But Kovacevic steps the line and calmly knocks down both of his free throws to cut the Drury lead to 1. Yes, those are 2 different shots, nothing but net on both of them. Next possession, Drury with a chance to extend the lead. Isaac Johnson, he's going to drive baseline and find Cal Hartley in the corner. His three-pointer, too strong. Kovacevic grabs the rebound, and the Hawks call timeout with 8 seconds left. 1 possession left with a chance to win it. And who else would they turn to but the man who made the buzzer beater against Lewis, Viktor Kovacevic. He gets off a tough shot, gets the friendly roll, and the Hawks are up 1. But there's still 2 seconds left for Drury. Isaac Johnson across half court. He gets off a good look, just too strong, just off the mark. And the Hawks win yet another thriller at Pepsi Arena, 75-74. Not a bad way to send off the seniors, that is for sure. In the women's game, the Hawks rated to the buzzsaw that is the #1 team in the nation, and the QU Hawks fell to the Drury Panthers 112-63. Laney Lance had 16 points off the bench for the Hawks. After their originally scheduled home opener got postponed and moved to Lindenwood University, the QU women's lacrosse team finally got to play their first game in front of the home crowd at the Rock. They were facing the Peacocks of Upper Iowa. To the action we go. The Hawks got off to a good start, netting 3 goals in the first 4 minutes, and they would get another one here just over 9 minutes in. Reese Nagao slicing, slashing, dashing, darting her way through the Peacock defense, and she finds the back of the net to push the Hawks lead to 4-2. Nagao wasn't done yet. Just over a minute later, a free position shot for Nagao, and that is easy money. The Hawks are starting to roll. It's 5-2. A couple minutes later, 6-3 now. Danielle Robinson joins in on the fun. She blows by the defense, goes right through the wickets of the goalkeeper, and that goal extends the Hawks lead to 7-3. Robinson wouldn't waste much time notching another tally for the Hawks. 3 minutes later, Robinson gets the pass from Bianca Johnson, cuts to the middle, and goes low once again for another goal. It's 8-3 at that point, and when it's all said and done, the Hawks win their first game as a program as they take down Upper Iowa 18-7. Robinson finished with 9 goals, and Nagao would add a few more as well to finish with 6 goals. All told, the Hawks put 28 shots on goal, and QU goalkeeper Kelly McClure stopped 11 of Upper Iowa's 18 shots on goal. Unfortunately, the Hawks didn't have a similar fate up north in the UP against Northern Michigan. QU moved to 1-2 after a 16-4 loss. Robinson scored again to put her goal total at 10 for the season, and Cara Wilhelm notched 2 goals as well. The Hawks play again here in just a couple hours as they play the first leg of a women's and men's doubleheader at the Rock starting at 4. This will be the first official game for the men's program as well. Good luck to both squads. The Hawks baseball team played 3 games down in Clinton, Mississippi against number 25, Mississippi College over the weekend. On Saturday, the Hawks got a huge grand slam from freshman Nolan Wassman in the top of the 11th in Game 1 to help secure a 9-5 Hawks victory. Sophomore Jay Hamill threw a solid 5 innings for the Hawks in Game 2 as QU won 7-3. Lance Logsdon continued his hot start to the season, going 3 for 4 and driving in a couple of runs. The teams took the field again on Sunday, and the Choctaws crushed the Hawks to the tune of a 17-7 score. The Hawks opened GLVC play this weekend with 3 games in the Gateway City against Umsel, a doubleheader on Saturday, and 1 game on Sunday. The Hawks softball team concluded their weekend in the Bluegrass State with a 4-3 victory over Kentucky Wesleyan on Sunday. All of QU's runs came in the first inning of that contest. The Hawks head to the Louisville Slugger Dome in Peoria, Illinois for a doubleheader with Bemidji State on Friday. And last but not least, the men's volleyball team dropped a 3-1 decision to McKendree on Saturday. Omari Wheeler, boy, he's been very good this season. He had another impressive game with 25 kills. The Hawks host Ohio State on Friday and Ball State on Saturday. I would expect a pretty good crowd for that Ohio State game. Always a fun atmosphere when the Buckeyes come into town.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. Thank you, Shane.
Yep.
Up next, a famous peanut butter company came up with a clever distinction between their peanut butter and an animated looping image. Find out how they tried to end their famous debate.
Make-A-Wish grants a wish every 17 minutes. I know that sounds pretty magical, but in fact, it takes more than magic. It takes muscle. So, when a kid like Fabian wishes to be a superstar, things happen. Whoa! Or when Kahim transforms into Super Kahim. He feels invincible. It's because wishes have proven physical and emotional benefits that can give children with critical illnesses a higher chance of survival.
Help us make sure every wish comes true. Join us at wish.org.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
It's a GIF for Jif. The popular peanut butter brand is releasing a jar featuring the name spelled with a G instead of a J. Its partnership with Giphy, the popular GIF search engine, the jar even defines GIF, animated looping images. It also asserts that the word should be pronounced with a hard G, not a soft one. However, others might pronounce it with a soft G. The debate still rages over how to pronounce the word, but the limited edition jars are on sale for $10 on Amazon.
Man, what an ingenious idea. I mean, how much debate have you heard about how this word is pronounced? I don't even know at this point, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, the spelling, the pronunciation, it's going to be a hard one, honestly, so.
English.
I know one's a peanut butter, one's a looping image, but it has a hard G. I don't know.
Who knows what the difference is, honestly.
I guess Jeff's trying to help us out here.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that's all we have the time for today. Thank you for tuning in to QUTV News this week. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under the handle QUTV News. Have a great day, and we'll be back here next Wednesday.